G'day everybody. In this video I'm going to look at doing the caravan trick or the food trick in Stormfall, and you use this trick to try and get more resources than what the game wants you to raid when you're farming castles around your area. Normally the game would only let you take 50,000 resources from your target, and the game also takes into consideration what resources you have sent to the castle as well, up to a maximum of 100k. So that means if you had sent, if I send my target here 100k or 100,000 resources, 50,000 resources to that castle, then I can get a maximum of 100k back. Of course, I don't really want to do that, but what I can do is send the target some food, which is the most expendable resource in the game, and I'll have to wait for that resource to get there. I won't hold you up with that, so I'll just skip ahead. While I'm waiting for these resources to get here, I might just tell you that it's always a good idea to spy your target that you're going to raid from, so that you know what resources are there and what forces may be waiting for you as well. Always a good idea. Get to know your farms so that when you spy them, you know how much resources you're going to get and whether you actually need to bother using this food trick or the caravan trick. I'll have to wait for those resources to get there, and I'll also have to wait for the caravans to come back, because I'll need the caravans to do the trick. So again, I'll just skip ahead so you don't have to wait for all that time. Okay, the food's nearly there. And of course, when it gets there, you'll get the appropriate report. Okay, so it's going to take 3 minutes and 40 seconds for these caravans to get back. And in the meantime, I can get my raid ready. And I'm going to need to make sure that I've got enough resources. I'm just going to check my spy report again, just to see. Okay, so there's a wraith there. I can't send thieves unless I want to lose them. I'll lose some. So I'm going to have to send enough forces to be able to pull back 100,000 resources. So to do that, I tend to go with 100 weaving and a little bit more than 100, because you can actually only you need a little bit more than what you're aiming to get. It's going to take 7 minutes for them to get there, so I can send them straight away because the caravans will be back before the raid hits. And again, so now I'm basically going to employ the trick here. So what's going to happen here is the caravans are on their way back. When they get back, then I can send more resources. I've got my raiding party inbound to try and collect. It'll be able to take back 100k, and just before the raid gets there, I'm going to send the resources as much as I can. Just after the raid hits, I'm going to cancel the shipment of resources. At the time that the raid hits, the game will say, okay, well, you can have 50k of resources that you're raiding, and you've also sent 50k, and so it pays out 100k, and then I can cancel that latest shipment. So again, just waiting for things to happen here. It's going to be another 6 or so minutes before I'm ready, so again, I'll just pause the video so you don't have to wait. While I'm waiting for raids to get close, I'll often use an online timer to say, okay, well, I might I might forget about that raid hitting in 6 minutes. It needs my attention in about 5. So I start a 5-minute timer. And it'll beep at me so I can't forget. Just while we're waiting for that raid to come in, I might just take the time to explain that they're sometimes referred to as the food trick or the double food trick. What I'm about to do now is just the food trick. The double food trick is involving sending those resources off like I did before at the beginning of the video to get the maximum of 100k of resources back. A single food trick is simply doing, well, this really. You've sent the raid in, just before it gets there, send the food. It doesn't have to be food, can be anything, because you're going to cancel it anyway. And then after the raid hits, you cancel the shipment of resources. That's the normal food trick or caravan trick. It's only a few minutes now. Again, I'll just skip ahead in time for you. Okay, just a minute to go now. While we're waiting for that, I might just point out that if you send the resources too quickly, you only have 50 seconds to cancel them, so the timing is everything with this. If I send it too early, I may end up sending the castle these extra 32k. I don't really want to do that. So I wait for it. I wait till it's 30 seconds, then I send. Then I just watching the timer at the corner there. 20 seconds to go. And I can just cancel it by hitting this button right here. But at this point in time, I've sent this castle 50k of resources, and the game will also let me raid 50k from the castle, so that's a total of 100. There we go. Raid hits. Waiting for the boom, for some things to come back, and then I cancel the shipment of the resources. So at this point in time, I've sent this castle 18k of resources. We'll just check the spy reply, the battle log. Almost got 100k out of that one. Okay, so that should show you how to do the single raid trick, which is what you saw in the latter part of this video. The double food trick, as it's referred to, if you send food before you do the food trick or the caravan trick. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck with your games. Cheers.